Hi Taurus, welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I of course want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading, for your amazing Taurus presence. But do keep in mind as we proceed that it is general for the next 48 for you, beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. I did hear the message right before beginning the reading of happy camper. Happy camper, there's a feeling of you being quite grateful and satisfied where you're at, but wanting more, wanting different. Not willing to settle, but just might have to for the time being. But even what you are settling for, however that looks for you, feels quite nice in certain ways, right? But there might be a focus in your awareness, your vision, your focus, if you will, once again, on the imperfections. I feel like I kind of jumbled that message up, but moving right along. They're saying keywording. I feel like you're very spiritual being drawn to this reading. There's a feeling that that will come in handy and even mess with you at certain other points in the next 48. Speaking a ton. And then the moments when you don't speak, it's like, wow, quite refreshing. And I also feel like there's, I'm hearing amenity or manatees feeling quite refreshing. However that looks for you. I do feel like there's a sunny vibe about you, a bit of a bounce. A pep in your step, if you will, when you're out and about doing whatever you need to, migrating. But we have 5. Very interesting. That's a lot. Reflect and redirect your energy when need be. There's a focus on you thinking about the past, how that compares and has affected your current day situation, and will more so moving forward. There's a feeling that, I'm hearing the word preparation, that you've been prepared for where you're at. And it's like you're being prepared even when you don't fully recognize it for what lies ahead, right? You can't help but think about the future even when you're basking in the comfort or just the quality of where you're at now. It's like, let's think about how easily you manifested, acquired what you have at hand, even if it took obviously levels of effort, which I'm sure it did, and even something from the past for some, and just recognize that it might not be as simplistic for what you're thinking about for the future, but it will be much more, they're saying 10 times more rewarding. Beautiful. It feels like you're being pushed to recognize that your efforts are paying off. There's a feeling that you need to follow your bliss in the next 48. What makes you happy? People, places, situations, activities, self-care, you name it. They're saying you're being guided towards it. Follow that bliss. You deserve to glow. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to feel in good energy, to feel grounded. A Taurus is not meant to feel that lack of grounded energy or to feel, they're saying completely out of whack. But there's also a push to recognize that you are strong beyond measure, or to remember that. As I do feel like the next 48, it's like, regardless of how this feels or looks for you individually, you're going to recognize or remember that you are stepping into your Taurus power. It's like when you are able to conquer, overcome, and influence, I want to say, make an impact, a difference, all the meanwhile, it's like, ooh, it's just such a beautiful level of power that you deserve and are embodying in the next 48 at certain points. Beautiful. I do feel like any social media posts will do well in the next 48. There's a push to re-examine, rediscover even your roots. As, look at, we have the grounding card. Absolutely a Taurus energy right there. But a breakthrough is at hand. You could be thinking about a recent breakthrough when it came to realizing what you want or why something happened, how it came to be. But it feels like you could be pushed to recognize that another breakthrough lies ahead, whether it's throughout this next 48 or further down the line for some. But the last of the 5, even though we showed 6 of which, the miracles card. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Beautiful. There's a focus on miracles from the past, currently, and a push to recognize that your future, the remainder of your path moving forward, entails so many different levels of miracles. There's a push to recognize, as I just saw the word blessed, sort of lit up. Does that make sense? Almost like a storefront where they have like the lit up sign. The word blessed in caps. You are blessed, Taurus, and the next 48 highlights that on more than one level, in more than one way, at certain times, okay? You might even see squirrels, I wouldn't be surprised, quite consistently or occasionally. telling you to watch your energy, to protect it, but asking you, are you having fun? This fun doesn't have to feel draining. Doesn't have to feel like you're over exuding yourself or overdoing it, forcing it. But I do feel like you deserve to have a bit of fun, all right? And I feel like Spirit's informing you that there's a lot of hard work lying ahead for you, so enjoy the simplicity at certain points in the next 48. Let's continue and pull from the light seers. What else do we have for Taurus? I'm now getting the word passionate. It's interesting they're giving me one-word messages. The Ten of Swords. You might be feeling a bit to yourself in your hermit mode alone, thinking about how you do well in this independent vibe, but then you do desire connecting with people. I'm also hearing effort. It almost feels like misdirected effort, or just when you tried to connect with certain people in the past and that didn't work to your advantage or didn't go as well as you thought, or it just left you with disappointment. I don't know why that's coming to mind, but you might want to just jump out of that thought process when it does. But I also feel like past endings are coming to mind and how that was purposeful, even though it didn't feel like it to an extent or fully back then, but it led you to where you're at now. And it's like that's preparing you to have a healthy perspective on what lies ahead, right? As far as change, adjustments, wish fulfillment lies ahead for you. That was horrible wording, but we're moving on forward. Key wording. The Three of Wands and the Five of Swords, I do feel like there is certain levels of stress you do cope with and deal with. Feels like on a day-to-day basis or just occasionally, and that's taking a highlight, and it may remind you why you deserve to look to the horizon and expect, manifest, and bring on in a ship for you, something of importance. But it almost feels like, for a lot drawn to the reading, it's like, yes, we do use that typical imagery wording of a ship coming in, right? That wish fulfillment, something of importance for you. Could be a new opportunity. But, okay, for love for some, it could be a move of residence, a new job, you name it. But it feels like either way, this may entail certain levels or one big migration for you, right? Movement towards something better for you. So it's almost like Spirit saying, while one ship might be coming in for you, it's almost like you're being pushed to recognize when the time is right. You'll just intuitively be guided, feel driven to go swim towards that boat, okay? That ship, if you will. Very interesting. To reverse it is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing a reverse mindset. The Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, you could be thinking about a sense of lack and how you are meant to have a wealthy future. Going from the Five of Pentacles, the state of lack or just not having all that you wish to having it all with the Ten of Pentacles, right? That perfect connection, that perfect financial status plus some, that perfect career, things thriving for you, that perfect investment as far as a car and a living situation. I feel like you know what you want more so at this point, some of which might be gaining a better understanding, better vision on what that is for you. But when it clicks, right? And that's this reminder of how intuitive you truly are and how connected to the spiritual realm you are. 828, look up that angel number meaning, 828. But I'm being drawn to the genie bottle here. I do feel like you are, okay, connected to music in the next 48. But there's a feeling that you are being pushed to recognize that you have wishes that have yet to be granted because you didn't know fully what you wanted, or it wasn't the right time, or both. But I feel like there's this vibe where there's a sparkle in your eye is what I'm getting, okay? There's a sparkle in your eye. It's like when you think about this person, or when you think about this dream, this ideal situation for you, this change, this switch up, you name it. They're saying a faraway land, but it's closer than you think. When you have that sort of giddiness or that excitement, again, that sparkle in your eye, I mean, how much more proof do you need that you are intuitively trusting that that's right for you? And I feel like Spirit's saying when something's right for you, it'll just come to be because you will feel it, you'll go after it, and the spiritual realm will back it up all the meanwhile. I'm now hearing an intuitive path. Don't be surprised when the messages are flowing towards you and even for some away from you or out of you quite consistently in the next 48. It's like Spirit's pushing you, guiding you to and from in a purposeful manner. And it just feels like there's going to be synchronicities left and right. Let's pull a tea leaf card or two. I'm also hearing feel out the energy. I feel like that's key for you as a Taurus. You need to feel out energy with a new opportunity, with certain people, when you're deciding, reevaluating whether or not to continue with something. Energy is everything. Okay, I'm not repeating that. Happiness and well-being. Yeah, there's a focus on sunlight, on your glow, on your vibration. I feel like you are exuding good energy in the next 48, and that needs to be, they're saying, amplified or just continued in certain ways. What makes you feel good is for you, and that could be literally anything, okay? And I'm also hearing self-care. I feel like you're thinking about a past time when you let loose as far as not productively controlling your anger or your temper, however you want to word it, and this did not work to your advantage. I feel like that's preparation for the future. Solid foundation with success and effort, absolutely. Something's working to your advantage. But all the meanwhile, look at that. Another happiness card, okay? There's a focus on the fact that you deserve to feel happy, and so keep that in mind. Affairs with your family could be connected to people of importance, doesn't have to be blood related. Bear with me, speaking quite quickly. There's a feeling that you are being reminded that you are a goal-oriented person and you will hit the target, if not multiple, that you have set in mind or will come to be in the next 48. And there's a feeling of romance, celebration, party, gratitude is what I'm getting. But at times you might have muddled, unclear thinking that needs to be, okay, they're saying solidified or just cleared out, right? I need to just kind of clear your mind by meditating or going on a walk. It feels like a very productive, happy, good energy kind of next 48 where Spirit's viewing you as a ray of light. Beautiful. So I truly hope this was helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I'll definitely see you next time.